probably would help if I would turn the microphone on. Alright, gonna get this going again, sorry about that. We are here at the Nurb 24 hour with the FOR folks. They are gonna be running 7 laps here in some Group 3 cars. It's gonna be one of those races where it'll be intense. So let's look at the cars that they have to go with tonight, and you'll occasionally hear me or see me do this because the dogs are here and they're barking and they're rambunctious, so we'll see. But Group 2 is at the Nurburgring. The track is always hard. I don't know if you can hear little Luna. That's our little foster puppy. Group 2 is always hard. It's fast. You got quick wheel inputs. The Nurburgring, the Green Hill, that's always going to take up a lot of your time. And it's got to be consistent. There's a lot of places where you carry a lot of speed. You could actually catch some air, and then all of a sudden everything kind of goes to crap. So, looks like they're resetting the lobby right now. So if you see me look to the left, I'm trying to find this lobby now. And then if we look at it from the other perspective of the round info, the race format, it's the 7 laps of the Nürburgring. It's going to be 3x fuel, 4x tires. That's kind of the consistency for the series. They like to do that pretty much all the time. So I imagine that's kind of what we're going to see pretty much for every round from these folks. Looks like all the streaming software is all lagged out. Hey there, Twiggy. Hey there, WRX. What's going on, gal? Glad you can see this because it looks like everything's getting a little weird tonight. I've already lost the stream, the lobby, and it looks like the my own profile is super delayed. Okay, now it's coming back live. All right, that was very, very, very strange. As I go look everywhere else. How you guys doing tonight? While I go try to find this server in this lobby. Everything looking good? You guys having some fun? It's coming along. I'm trying to get there, guys. Let's see if we can get to this lobby, though. That's the, here we go. That's the missus. That's the puppies. I don't know if we could bring her in here. Hey, why don't we just go get the dog? Luna. All right. Yep. It's dog time. Hi. This is little Luna. She's our foster puppy. There's so much going on right now around me. She's a little husky, or no, sorry, she's a long-haired Akita, only about getting to be 12 weeks old, the cutest little thing ever. Currently, it's her bedtime, so she's looking forward to a little sleepy time, little her time. So, cutest little bundle of joy ever. Okay, but it is puppy's bedtime. Yeah, adorable. Adorable. It's as cute as they come. Okay, so we got the round info. We got everything else. We got the race format going on. Let's check out the standings. So right now, getting back to the topic at hand, Pickles is just dominating. He's got a almost 50 point lead here. So from that perspective, I don't think you can ask for a little bit better of a series, even though it's an invitational. And that is why we have this. Well, puppies are cute, but they definitely leave some marks on the ground, if you know what I mean. So the missus is being super awesome right now, taking care of that while I'm doing this. Thanks, babe. Love you. So Okay, these guys are about to get on their qualifying. But again, back to the standings. We got Pickles Ricks. We got Williams, who came in from everywhere. Came in, I think he missed the first round and started clawing his way back. Tom the Tech, very aggressive race last race. SoCal also was in there too. Puppies are a handful. Let's just put it that way. All right, so let's see where these folks are at. You'll be lurking, WRX? All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's get to the you know what we're here for, some racing. All right, so we got some people coming in and out of the lobby, so this will be a little bit interesting. Oh, red flag. So we've already got, now this is the second issue. Second issue of the night for these folks. It's been a little bit strange with the lobby. Tom the Tech just either got booted or he's going to have to come back in. Interesting. I think it was just a general chat, right? We're all friends here. All friends here. So let's see what we got going on. Kind of curious. If I take a look over here to the right, it's the big screen. It helps me kind of read the text a little bit better. Let's see, Jim Foley with a follow. That's my best friend at the brewery. I'm gonna put this back up while we figure out what the heck's going on here. So as usual, this is all about, you know, for me, this is kind of some fun. It's always about mental health awareness. So I'm always pushing. I think tonight my shirt is "Tomorrow Needs You." The shirt of the night. I think that's the appropriate message right now. Still got some people coming in. Looks like they're still waiting for another for the server. Yeah. Something's going on here. Yeah, they all got to back out now because Tom the Tech just got back in. So I can tell you what I'm not doing is taking this Group 4 Viper on the track with some of these Group 2 cars. So they're going to get this started. It's certainly been an issue. I don't know if is there other lobby issues tonight. Looks like everybody's going to leave this lobby. This is extremely bizarre. I've never seen something like this happen, y'all. Have you seen this happen before? Is this like common? It still shows qualifying in progress because you got Sweaty. Sweaty's still on the track. Something is super weird here, y'all. I know. There you go. That's what it was. I was getting the boot out of the lobby. Super delayed. Gotta love these funny little glitches. All right, so we are getting a little bit delayed here. I'm kind of interested to see what happens here. I know these guys are here for fun, but it's always kind of fun to watch some racing, especially some Group 2 cars, and they got a good amount of Group 2 cars. I mean, this is what you're looking at. That's a good mix of the Group 2 cars. Some old classics, the McLaren, of course, the AMG CLK. That thing's a ripper. Super fast. A little slow in the corners, but fast on the straights. So there might be a few long straights here at the Nürburgring. I can tell you one thing. I need to relearn this entire track. I don't think I got back into racing here 3 years ago, and I don't think I've been on the green hell since coming back to Gran Turismo. Like legit, I just avoid it. Just straight up avoid it. All right, so now we got a new lobby. Let's kind of see what these guys put up in the comments. I don't know if they're going to keep sending it or whatnot. Hopefully we'll get some indication here shortly. But the pains of sometimes when a lobby crashes on you, not the best feeling in the world. But Twiggy WRX, thanks for Thanks for coming by. I like having you guys hang out. It's always fun. Kind of me just talking to myself sometimes. This is not the best time, but it's not the worst. Like, it could be a lot worse. But cheers to y'all. Anything is possible with GT7, that's for sure. They seem to make a little bit of a comedy of this stuff at times, which is unfortunate, but we'll see. So this time I'm going to be bouncing back and forth to the live feed so I can make sure I'm not missing chat, because chat's been a little bit of a problem at times. Yep. So let's see. I think they're probably doing a manual host right now and setting it up. At least I hope so. Let's get this stuff organized. Let's get it going. Bourbon in the Beard. It's a good book, good story. All right, we're getting the R's. Getting the R's in text, you know, in the chat room. You know what that means. Oh, he didn't wait for all the R's. They went right into qualifying. Oops, we got to hold on. Uh-oh. All right, why are we holding on? Oh, the good thing is you can change your tires now. So if you didn't have the right tires to start the race, and you get to do it in the pit. So that's always good. So let's see what we get out of the pits. That's a sharp car. That is a very, very sharp car. I like it. I like it. That's a good looking car. That livery just works with the lines of that car. So far it looks like we got 2 GTRs, 3 GTRs, 4 GTRs. Finally, something different. Alexis. The Deuces. Another GTR. No, oh, there you go. NSX. Rick James, thank you. Simple Holotech car. That's sweet. Let's see what we got here. That's got a lot of stuff going on there. Another Flying Fox driver. These Flying Fox guys definitely know how to make a car look good. We got a lot of anti-lag. Good old amount of anti-lag. Let's see. I mean, the race is 7 laps. I'm guessing it's a 1-lap shootout for the qualifying. But we got a decent amount. I mean, I think the last time we had people out here, it was only I think it was 10 or 11 drivers. So we got a few more in here. So there's your second place in the championship right now. There goes Williams. Yeah, I think this is a new person, another Flying Fox livery car. And you got Tom the Tech. He's, I think, 3rd place right now in the series. So he's going to be looking to do some stuff. And then you got Pickle. That's actually your series leader. And is he the sole AMG right now? I don't know. I think that's the sole AMG right now. Let's pull up some more information here. Alright, I'm going to let you see it all right now. Yeah. You know what? Let's give the FOR guys a little bit of love there at the bottom of the banner. Alright, so Pickle Rick. If we go back to the standings here. Pickle Rick, Pickles got that almost 50-point lead over M. Williams. So there's your top 3 right there. Pickles, Williams, Tom the Tech. They're all in here. SoCal's in here too, sitting on 4th. So Tom the Tech and SoCal, I like how they do the change of positions. Finalized, you know, you see this big 7 number. He came in last week, I think, for his first race. That's why he's marked as a reserve, not a full-time driver, and just dominated over there on the highway. So, if we just take a look at the guys in their cars right now. Let's see what we got. Where's Pickles? There's Pickles. So he's in the AMG. All right. I think Williams was also in the GTR with Tom the Tech. So there's Tom the Tech, GTR, and Williams coming around. Also the GTR. Oh, he's the Lexus. So the top 3 drivers are in all 3. They're in 3 different cars. That's awesome. I love it. That's kind of what you want to see. So this might be a boring night for me and you, because it's hard to kind of keep commentary action on the qualifying with such a long area. We'll have to get a little creative at times. So let's see. And so of course it's not in the order, but these guys are still all next to each other. So that's some positives for the race tonight. Looks like these guys know the track. They know what they're doing. I know a couple guys in the Discord were talking about the fact they needed to get some more practice in, and they were not feeling this. They weren't really excited. Well, they were excited, but nervous. A lot of nervous energy for the doing the green hell. Don't blame them. Like I said, I try to avoid this place at all costs. All costs, I try to avoid this place. Alright, so let's see. Put my camera away and you see around the track. It's always a little bit helpful. Let's see. We are miles away from the first lap. Miles and miles and miles away from our first lap. What I really want to see is some speed difference. So as we get onto the long straight, we're going to go through, check mile per hour on all the cars. And this is just the out lap, right? So they're going to do one qualifying lap. Then the race itself is 7 laps. The one thing that's nice about the Group 2 cars is they can be forgiving. And because they brake hard, they turn hard, they can be very forgiving, depending upon your commitment level. And if you're all out send, then all out send is all out send. So then you kind of might be hurting a little bit. But I think these guys got a good feeling for this track, got a good vibe going. I think they're gonna do well. I'm looking forward. Amazon about to give the update. Your package is about to arrive tomorrow. For freeze warning. It's getting cold again. It's kind of annoying. Alright, so we got a little bit of a... These guys are keeping in tow. Yeah, you still can't hit the number button to go to somebody through the order, which kind of stinks. I wish they'd bring that back. All right, so Dark Knight got out of the pits tonight. Got out of the pits super late. This might be one of those things where if it's a one lap, you're basically going to go to the back of the pack because you're not going to be able to finish your qualifying lap. Alright, so again, about in the middle of this line of cars is Deuces. So let's see who's... Alright, here we go. Oh, Tom the Tech took a little bit of a detour. Alright, so let's go look at some mile per hour. So we got some bailing out there too. Let's pull this bottom banner off. So what are we seeing? 188, 189. Coming down that hill, 193. Is that the number I saw? 193, 194. It's pretty solid. These poor full, so 180, 182. So, it's gonna be interesting for this the AMG driver, Pickle Rick. He's going to have a 10 mile an hour difference on some of these longer portions of the track, but I haven't really driven the CLK, so I don't really know how much he's going to lose in the turns. But here we go, everybody's out for the first lap. The first qualifying lap, and the only qualifying lap. Again, 7-lap race. They try to do an hour race. I mean, they started this thing pretty early into the lobby, so the 24-hour format, they're kind of at this 7.5 minute, 8 minute mark for a lap on the 24 hours portion of it, so like 7:30, I think. But a good-looking car from Tom the Tech nonetheless. That thing looks good. Little kind of army olive on top of a black with a little bit of a kind of a bronzy gold trim. I like it. And SoCal's behind him, so SoCal's right at. And here's an interesting thing. So you got SoCal trailing Tom the Tech in the points, and also trying to get a little draft action on this qualifying lap. Deuces is out there, kind of on his own right now. I think one of 2 Lexuses out there in the field. And then you got Speeder. I still love that. That's a good-looking car. That's a really good-looking car. And if we go one more back, the Progenitor. We're gonna call him Prague. It's officially Prague. Steel City coming up underneath him. And he said, "Excuse me, coming through. I got some qualifying work to do." Gotta like the purple. Gotta like the purple. And there's Sweaty Palms, kind of the host of the show. One of the co-organizers for the Invitational series. It's kind of first come, first serve, so it's pretty chill series. We got either me or I think Norlander was doing some of the streams the first few events, and then kind of had some obligations, and here I am. So you can see some assists from Sweaty. He's got the, I think, is that the active assist? And then he's also got traction control. So that'll help you kind of rein in this car, especially with the tire wear later. And Rick James, I think, is the cohort with Sweaty, so it's kind of cool to see these guys also in tow on the track working together, as also being the co-hosts. And Sooner. So these are the guys that I know are kind of Sweaty and Sooner, I think it is. Maybe not so much. These guys are all kind of cool with each other. So TBS was out here last race, had a good race too. So, you know, Grand Valley had a pretty good race. Had a couple incidents. That was the thing. Grand Valley was an interesting thing. You saw people come through, then kind of it was like taking like 4 steps forward, and then 3 steps back or 2 steps back with an incident, and then you kind of watch this kind of cat and mouse game play out there. It'll be interesting to see if the same situation happens tonight. It's kind of a little bit different, having such a big track and such fast cars. So I don't know. We'll see, but it's another good-looking car. Again, the Flying Fox folks. They make some good-looking liveries. And here comes Williams. Yeah, that Williams is in the other Lexus. So this is your second place in the standings here for these folks. It's a sharp-looking. Is that an Eibach? Oh, red line. Got it. I'm there with you, buddy. Now I'm with you. And a half a track back is tonight, so he's going to get some practice in. And then there you got Piccolo Rex. So, I mean, 180 miles an hour. 182, 183. I think to say that he's going to have a top-end advantage is just a little safe assumption, huh? Ooh, little deep there, buddy. You gotta slow it down with all that speed. That is a fun car to listen to, though, I can say that much. That is a very fun car to listen to. Those bright white, bright orange wheels, too. I can be able to miss them. I think that's the fluorescent orange too. So nighttime is part. They always do that. Part of the series is transition of day to night. So it's gonna be a sharp looking car as we go to the evening. All right, we go back to the tech. Again, 3rd place in the series. So he's kind of by himself, right? So this is where it'll be interesting to see how the qualifying goes. They get one shot at it. One shot. Obviously, if you have a little bit of a draft, that's nice, but you know, it's also nice to kind of just have the ability to do your own pace, how you want to go, have nobody kind of trailing you in your mirrors, things like that, or holding you up. Obviously, lose a little bit of downforce too in the toe. So I like kind of just being by myself. You know, there's a piece of wanting to get the toe and wanting to get yourself some extra time from the toe in the draft, but you lose a bit of front end arrow, so you could lose some consistency in places and give it all back. So that's the interesting thing when it comes to really qualifying in GT7 is how much do you want to lose a little bit of front end grip. You might just easily give up your draft benefits just from washing out. Okay, so let's see what the top speed is. 180. And let's see what happens when he comes up the hill and then back down. Because that AMG was just out. Yeah, so it's about 10 mile an hour difference. So Pickle Rick just went over the line. So 7:23.8. Tom's about to come through here and set his time, and we're gonna, you know, kind of know where these guys are at. Survey says. Oof. Oof. All right, we're getting the times in. These guys weren't all too far away from each other. Put the banner out. There's no tire wear. So no tire wear and fuel wear for this, but we'll see. That's probably going to come into play. Alright, so let's go through this. Who's still out there? I don't think he's going to get there. They got a timer. They have to have a timer. Yeah, so we got all the top 12s already qualified. So let's go through it right now. As it stands, Pickle Rick, solid 2.8 seconds out. Tom the Tech, another solid 4.8 over Deuces. Deuces, then it gets closer. Deuces on back. So we got 0.3 over Sweaty. Sweaty only 1/10 over Spider. Williams 0.8 behind Spider. Under 0.3 to Steel City. And then we get a little bit of a gap again. 3.4 seconds between Steel City and TBS. 1.9 to SoCal. 0.3 between SoCal and Rick James. 2/10. So there's a good battle that can brew tonight from when you see these kind of qualifying times after a full-on lap at the Nürburgring. That means there's consistency here between the drivers. Should actually produce some interesting racing here. Kind of stoked. But look at the difference in the times too, right? So 12th position is almost 20 seconds behind the pole sitter. So it's kind of like every race that we've had so far broadcasting. There's multiple races within the race. It's not multi-class. It's just kind of the different tiers. That's the invitational of it. You kind of battle your peers and where you're at. Okay, so do we have any takers? Anybody that wants to place a bet on who's going to win? I mean, the top three are pretty far up the road from a qualifying time. Oh, Pickle's got another lap? How did that even happen? I was going to say, how did he not lock up? That's pretty interesting. All right, so let's see if we can look at your top 8 here again. So 723.8 was the best lap, set of course by that classic CLK. Then you go into that GTR and all the typical kind of Group 2 cars you're used to seeing in and out on dailies and Nations and World Manufacturer Series. Sorry, I'm thinking World Cup. It's a whole other series. But so 1 through 8 separated by 12 seconds. That's a pretty decent gap. But I'm happy to see 3 through 7 all within a second and a half of each other. That's going to produce some good racing as long as it doesn't get chaotic there in the opening lap. So this will be good. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the flow. I'm feeling the vibes. I almost want to put some music here while we're waiting. I think we do need some music when we're waiting. Ooh. That's not what we wanted to do. We didn't want that. What we want is some music. There we go. Now I guess it's just so wait for the drivers to go. I feel the vibes in this song. It's got a good opening music. Alright, they're about to get going. Alright. Let's cut that nonsense off. And here we go. Here we go. So they're about to kick off the green hell. God bless their souls. Let's see if we get any false starts off the line. Here we go. 2, 1. Let's see if the lights go out. Any false starts? No false starts? Good, no false starts. Looks like we got a clean start. Pickle. Damn, that AMG just launches, huh? Let's go a little bit back in the pack. Got Spider getting aggressive. Ooh, wow. That was a punt. Looks like that was Williams. Oh, these guys are all inside each other now with the glitching. We're going to do a little bit of an overhead here. So Sooner up the inside on TVS. TVS is going to fight back on the inside? Nope. Nope, but almost going 3 wide, kind of like a fighter formation coming out of that. That was pretty cool. Alright, so it looks like we also had a change up front for second and third. Tom the Tech getting through, Spider getting through. Some more bumping. Really aggressive driving. The Knight's trying to really just push his way through. Let's see if he goes to the runner. He's going to take the outside line. No, but smartly backs out. That was a smart move to back out. Now he's going to have to tow. So we've got a couple more battles going on back here. These 3 are almost inseparable. Let's see. Oh, he tries to make the dive. Now if there's penalties on, that should be a pretty decent penalty. Maybe he lifted. Maybe he lifted. So let's go back up front. You got Tom the Tech staying within Pickle Rick. That's important. He's going to need that toe with that GTR when the CLK just kind of pulls away like that. But you can tell there's a difference, right, in the performance of the cars at the corners. That the GTR is hooking up. Well, CLK is kind of a little bit of a heavier approach to those corners. I'll pick over with a challenge. I'll see where this is where the pulling away starts to happen while in the draft. That's super frustrating. Super frustrating. Pulled 2/10 while in the draft. But it is kind of choose your race, choose what you're comfortable with. I'd rather choose a car that I'm comfortable with than has great top end. And I imagine that car is going to burn a little bit more fuel. So I don't know if fuel will come into play later. You certainly don't want to run out of fuel halfway around this track. You will be crawling to the point of almost a rage quit, I would imagine. So these two are doing good. That's tonight Tonight finally made his way around Williams. I don't know if it was clean or not. But then that puts Williams and Prague next to each other. And there's the battle here for the 3rd and 4th place, or 4th and 5th place spot. And Cedarman's not too far behind, so he can sniff this too. I think I actually, do I still have the audio on from the lobby? Yeah, I can still hear the lobby music. That's super strange. Interesting. Now we got a 3-way. Tonight is, let's just say, is a little fast. He gained on these teams. We're going to stay here at the top 3. This is a straight-up dogfight. Straight-up dogfight. Look at this. Tonight just forces his way. He just bullies his way through Tom. Tom just gave a little bit of daylight, and he just took it. That's mine. Nice going after pickle wreck. Oh, takes another dive. I think tonight's getting a little too aggressive. This is an invitational league here, sir. I think clean is appreciated. But that mistake puts Tom Attack right on him through a pretty quick section here. And he takes a peek. I think he's actually bumping and running. Yeah, he's pushing tonight to make sure they stay within grab. He takes a peek on the outside, gets back in tow. Oof. This is a fast and technical bit. Almost drops a tire. Tom Attack almost drops a tire. We're gonna get back to these guys. So Williams is where'd Williams go? Uh-oh. Williams all the way back in 12th. Our second place standings had an issue. Dropped a tire or something. He's all the way to the back. He's in 4th place to 12th in a heartbeat. So let's go back up front. Still the top 3. Still Pickle-Rick under attack from tonight. So Sir Shred is just bullying his way through, if I have to be honest. He's gonna late break the hell out of anybody that comes into a turn, and he is just looking for a way around in these, GTR beneficial areas. Let's be honest, the GTR is gonna do better in these corners than the CLK. So the Pickle-Rick slides out a little bit. Tonight doesn't take it, but man, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of angry energy. That's killed. That's like Hunter. Ooh, Tom Attack with a big save there. That was a big save. That car got a little sideways. Alright, so let's see what happens here through this section. See if Tom tonight has an ability to kind of dive underneath here and get into that kind of fishbowl. Let's see the front end come up and then just CLK. Just totally went like this. That was awesome. Yeah, but there is a significant mile-an-hour difference where, once you get on the straightaway, the CLK just says, you know what, I don't care if I'm draft. I'm just gonna go away. Another slight peak as they go in from tonight. He's trying his best to get ahead before they get into the long straight, which I totally agree with. Another little bit of contact. He's playing it very tight. So all this battling brings Tom Attack back into the picture. And here we go. So let's kind of see what happens here from this long straight. I mean, just staying and pushing. That's a train. That's a caboose. Now, the interesting thing is, I guess he got a little bit of a gap from Tom the Tech. They just pushed their way, pushed themselves away from him. As we get into this section, let's see if the Knight takes a peek. Stays in tow. 7 laps at the Green Hell is a long time. It is a very, very long time. So it's kind of like how much patience do you want to exercise versus just go for it. I mean, the Knight kind of had some aggressive passes for certain. I'm sure there's going to be people to save the replay, kind of check back at it, take a look. So it takes another little peek. We get this tight technical section. That's where the GTR just is going to outperform. Gets a little loose coming off. You can tell he's getting aggressive on the throttle, trying to just get a boost going through here. I want to get away from this. Oh, takes another look up the inside. It's going to have the outside line. Can he cut back in? Oh, drag race here to the hairpin. Let's see if anybody. Nope. Pickle Rick backs out. Thinks probably the right play. You're lap 2 of 7 of this really long track. You got a speed advantage for certain. You know, kind of Tom the Tech, he really needs to hold on to these guys. I know he's got the ability to do it. Just kind of gets frustrating when you start to lose a little bit of ground. So see, let's go further back. So TBS, solid 4th, not too far. Can still see these folks in front. That's key. Because if you're gonna hunt, you need to see your prey. So TBS is certainly on the hunt. Spider can also see TBS. So now you kind of got this close. It's not terribly far apart, considering the amount of track that they just went through just for one lap and the amount of different pace and turns and honestly the consistency you need to get through this track. So it's a tester. It tests the hell on you. You don't call it hell for nothing. And you got Sweaty and you got SoCal. So SoCal is in 4th place, I believe, in the series. So he's going to want to see if he can get in the draft, get in the tow, kind of work his way back up. You know, the separation between these cars is totally possible. Still a lot of race to go. You can see it, you can hear all the anti-lag. Oh, I love it. I love it. And Steel City's also kind of got an eye on there. And you got Sooner Man that's getting his eyes on Steel City. And Prognator, I think, also must have had an off. I think he was sitting in that 7th or 6th position a lot earlier. Not really nice. Now Williams is going to be. Let's see what Williams does. We know Williams is fast, and he, that off really is going to piss him off. The question is, it's like Groundhog's Day, right? Bill Murray with the gopher. Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry. You do not want to drive angry. Alright, so let's go check out any comments so far. Yep, nothing new. Not yet. We'll get some comments in there. I know somebody's going to say something. Somebody's got to say something. Alright, so we're going to kind of pay attention to Williams. We're going to check back on him. Or James the Soul NSX. Out here kind of just doing it for the Honda folks. And you got Deuces kind of back there in the Lexus, but also kind of must have had an issue as well. You know, we'll see. The distance between last place and first place, 42 seconds. So tonight right now has just pulled away from Pickle Rick. I mean, look at the pace. Now, I wonder if there's a little bit of fuel strat here going on, because I think, I'm not too sure how much Sir Shreds a lot here. I like that. Sir Shreds a lot. It's fun. Had any practice, maybe knows what the fuel and tire wear is. You know, in a couple seconds here, we're going to go through the fuel and tire wear. We're going to kind of check it all out, make sure people kind of see what's going on, because it should play. I mean, God forbid you run out of fuel just passing the pits in this place. I would probably throw my PlayStation out the window. I'd be pissed. I'll just call it what it is. I'd be pissed. It'd be super frustrating. Alright, so now let's go back. Now, these two are in a serious battle, so we should stay here for a little bit, because you know, they have a gap from 4th place, but these two get a little too tough on each other. You can see a whole bunch of people come back in here, come right back at them. I do love the variety of cars. That's pretty awesome. So we got a few Lexuses, we got the Soul CLK right here, a whole bunch of GTRs. You kind of knew the GTR was going to come into play. It's a Group 2 favorite. I mean, it's a Group 3, Group 4, Group everything favorite, honestly, the GTR. Just does a lot of good things. Does a lot of things well. So I see Tom Tech is staying in that draft, which that obviously that CLK wants to just pull away in these sections of the long straight. I mean, that car just sounds good. Oh. It's a place to listen to it. I'm gonna shut up here and listen to it. Like this, let's go onboard. Let's just take a little peek here. This is the fun part. This is what I should be doing as the hosts and commentators, mixing it up, not just the outside cameras. Going right into the, right in there. Good line, nobody floated outside of it. Good launch coming out for both drivers. I believe I'm hearing a little bit of a short shift. Do I detect a short shift? I believe I detected a short shift. Look at the brake, just under the braking, how much the GTR closes. That's awesome. That's a great view to see it from this perspective. A lot of confidence. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't ever want to drive here again. Ooh, going deep. Saved it. Looks like Pickle's just also playing a little bit of conservativeness through the turns. I don't blame him. Technically, I'm timid around this place every single time, but it also doesn't help to have an angry GTR in your background. I do love the addition of this view. Oh, that's a great view from the drop down. Coming back through the sweepers. Ugh. Gran Turismo, how you've done very well with the GT7. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Sharp looking cars too. Good liveries. Oh, closes right up here as we come to the last few sections. Oh, Pickle Rick got a little on the high side. Tom the Tech took a big old sniff. Almost took a little bit of a bite out. Exactly, Twiggy's like solid, right? Super amazing. Done a great job. Alright, now they got a 12-second gap, so I'm gonna, as they go down this long straight. That's something to be proud of, Twiggy. That feels good when that stuff happens. When you get a win, and you get a win against some fast folks, it's definitely some pumping up. So here's Spider saying, please come back to me. Please. All by himself. All by myself. Sir Shred throwing down a 717. Dude is checking out. He is not saving tires nor fuel. He does not care. Yeah, I'm just going to go fast. Alright, and TVS is carrying 3 with her. They got Sweaty Palms and SoCal all kind of in tow with each other. And as we go further back, we got another group, Sooner and Williams. So they're certainly, I think, gaining some ground. Oh, and Rick James is on there. Rick James is so tight on Williams, I didn't even see him. Holy crap. Let's stay with Rick. Oh, let's stay with Rick. Oh, holy crap. What the hell just happened? I don't know, but that was rad. That was like Top Gun. I'm gonna hit the brakes and fly right by, but the opposite. Like, Sooner just went totally the wrong direction. Talk about a cool view in here. I did not know it was an all-glass roof. It almost looks like an all-glass roof. Holy cow. Oh, look at the mirrors. Oh god, this game's great. This game's just phenomenal. Alright, I'm gonna pull my face off this so you can stop looking at my ugly face. So yeah, you're gonna have to teach me how to go around this track because I have forgotten it. I have forgotten it, sir. So we got a great battle here with these 3. Gonna get close to the halfway mark here. Then another, so that's what I said, with it being an invitational, you got races inside races, so it's gonna be fun for these folks no matter what to have kind of a group to battle against each other, and it's good for us to watch. Check out the Flying Fox Invitational, eh? I'm all for it. Good looking cars. A lot of tires, grill. Deuces coming back at him though. Deuces was pretty far away. Pulled up on him pretty quick. So Deuces is throttle down. Alright, we're gonna go back up to the front. 20 seconds ahead. So when it's this far ahead, I'm pretty much just gonna get rid of the banner. So certainly using the tires on the third lap. Probably gonna have to pit at the end of this lap. I just can't see you getting around another lap with that fuel. One, two. I should make it all around. I was getting kind of worried that not enough fuel to even get back to the beginning. Get back to the pits. Oh, Pickle's been just abusing the tires. So I got my big TV to the right. Abusing the tires. He's making that CLK work. Tom the Tech just on it. I think if you look at two even cars here, you got Sir Shred. Less than a quarter of a tank left. 50% on the tires, and then you gotta go back and Tom the Tech with a move. Coming up the inside, perfect timing. Oh nope. Pickle got the inside line for the next, so Tom the Tech is sending messages left and right here to Pickle to say, hurry up or I'm coming through. Choo choo. I'm gonna make you pickle juice, Pickle Rick. So Tom's just been latched on to Pickle here for 2 laps solid. Alright, let's keep going back. Talk about Grand Theft tires. That is using all of your fronts. So I like to stay with the drivers and kind of see their driving style. Kind of watch where that red dot goes. And then watch to see if there's the red surrounding on the tires just overheating it and cooking it. I mean, you gotta watch that. It's surprising how much you can just learn from watching yourself here a little bit. So it's also kind of like a save the replay and check out how everybody else is faring. So if you knew you were doing bad on tire wear, save the replay. See how the folks that did well, how they drove. And it's usually how they roll into the throttle, how they roll into the brakes, and how they treat that red dot. It's never like a full lock on the steering wheel, and they tend to open it up a little bit earlier. Sometimes you see a little bit of lift off throttle, just to help coast into it. That also saves a good amount of tires to coast into the braking zone versus being full gas, full brake. It actually works really good with Spa, because Spa's got some flowy turns to it too, where you just don't have to be so aggressive. You can just kind of let the momentum kind of let the car dance through or float through. Yeah, so Twiggy, you love the Nurb. I love Spa. Spa's my jam. I love that place. Laguna was my jam until last night, and I wanted to rage quit. It was so inconsistent. SoCal, I mean, tires look great. Fuel's coming down. Should make it back to the pits. All these folks, though, it's interesting. A lot of GTRs here, but you can see major differences in the tire wear between them. It's all driving style. Could, obviously the pad players, right? The pad players are full lock with the wheel more than a wheel. We got some counter steer assist, right? That's what that icon is. Yeah, so assists here aren't forbidden. Yeah, I saw it, Twiggy. I wasn't, waiting for a little bit more reviews on that. It's interesting to see kind of real-time tire wear, because tire temp, I should say, so you can kind of see when you're still overworking your tires or when they're too cold. I think that's useful information. I think, you know, it's one of those things. It's like you do that, you're not gonna be able to see it through VR, right? So everybody's now hopping on the VR train too, as they should. It's awesome. So it's like, do you spend the money on that and the app, or do you just put the money, save it, bank it, and go get the VR stuff, and you're never gonna be able to use it. All right, so Sir Shred in the pits. Just a tiptoe fuel. Now these I think have pretty fast refuel rate, so I gotta check the refuel rate on the lobbies too. 24 seconds ahead. Holy smokes. Dude's ripping. Driving fast. Driving real fast. Sorry, I'm gonna have a camera that goes up here, so I'm looking at you and not going. Kind of having to do the side looks. By the way, how do we sound? Does it sound good, Twiggy? There's no reverb, I don't think, tonight. The last time I didn't realize I was echoing all over the place. That was a little frustrating. Car audio sound good? Oh, you tried it? Okay, cool. Cool, Twiggy. I'll have to check it out. I've never really thought about doing it. Okay, sounds good. Sweet. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Alright, so Sir Shred. So they got 3 laps. And the interesting thing, you're on lap 4, right? So you got, let's do math. Let's do counts. 1, 2, 3 is 3. 4, 5, 6, 7 is 4. 4 laps. So everybody got in here with on 3 laps. Can they extend it a little bit to do that kind of that extra lap, really, and not pit? The pit refuels fast, so I mean you can just send it going in and out. I think if they did a longer refuel window, I think it might be kind of where you might see some different strategy at place to kind of like save fuel, save tires, and extend. Alright, but Pickle Rick came out of the pits. He gained some time from Tom. As you saw earlier, they were battling the hell out of each other. And he extended a little bit, so now Tom and Tex have to go make up some ground. Spider was always kind of in his own little race. And you got Sweaty Palms was towing SoCal, who's still there. TBS was there. So the Hunter was TBS going after these folks, so she gained some time. I think 2.5 seconds now back. I think it was a little bit closer to 3.5, 4. And then Deuces was kind of leading a little bit of a pack. Now N.L. Williams kind of got ahead of Rick James. It's pulled away and extended. Williams, though, kind of not in the place he wants to be right now. So if he looks, he's got SoCal ahead, Tom the Tech ahead. So what I want to do is just real quick pull up the standings. So this is big for Tom the Tech. He holds on to a 3rd place finish, and Williams finishes in 9th. He's going to claw some points back. Feeling the flow. Feeling the vibe. Deuce is getting into a groove. Alright, let's go further back. So we got Rick James is getting chased by Proj. We got Sooner Man kind of on the run. You got Steel City back there. Steel's had a couple issues for certain. 755 lap, then the 955 lap with the pit. So it'll be interesting to see if he can claw back. I hope he does. I want to see some positive progress. Kind of want to just now at this point just see your lap timer do better. Tis the goal. Alright, so Shred's just extending. Just extending. Time to looks like clawing back a little bit of time. A couple tenths back on Picklebrick. Now Pickle gets to kind of extend here in this little fast section. You can see the timer go up without the draft. Really hurts Tom the Tech. I mean, look at this. It was 2.2, now it's 3 seconds. 3.2. Holy smokes. A little loose there by Pickle. A little loose by Pickle. Let's see if time calls back some time from that. Nice. Oh. Pickle's back on the long straight, just pulling away. So I don't mind. It's an invitational series, so I'm going to show everything to everybody. A little bit of short shifting from Pickle. He knows he's got to conserve some fuel and make sure he gets there. Looks like they're doing 3 laps with the fuel settings they have, the tire settings they have. It's a lot of track. A lot of track. Alright, so Tom the Tech, so we get into these tight technical areas, and Tom just claws back all that time. Goes from 3 seconds back to 3.3 to 1.5 on the technical sections. It's just a cool thing to see when you have the different cars doing different things. It's just rad. Oop. He's pushing. He's pushing. Almost bent it. Almost lost it. Alright, let's go back through. Spider still chilling, still looking good with that livery. Just having their own race. I don't know about having his own race. He's revving it out. He's going for it. He's trying to make up some time. And the fuel consumption out of his car. Ooh, almost lost it. Good save, Spider. I don't think that was a lag difference. That was just a good save. Anti-lag just popping over the pop. Alright, Sweaty. Sweaty's starting to have SoCal kind of drive into him. Nice fluorescent. Oh, that's cool. As we come into the lights, that's pretty cool. That looks great. I'm a fan. Well done. Well done. And SoCal clawing back in. This guy's not too far. Looks like a little bit of a fuel benefit. Sweaty, but tires are kind of the same, so they equally pushing on the same tire strategy. And TBS kind of fell back a little bit. Not much. Now this is going to change. You know, obviously as it gets dark, it just totally is going to change the race for some folks. The brake points are all messed up now for them, what they were used to. As we get into the night cycle of the race. But yeah, most of these folks are going to have to pit again. They pitted on the end of lap 3, starting lap 4. There's no way they're going to be able to stretch 4 laps, and it's just the refuel point's not worth it. But look at this big old group. Deuces, Williams, James. All looking to eventually have a battle here, kind of for the top 10 spots. Somehow, 30 minutes into the race, the 2 Lexuses find each other. And Williams said, you know, they're not hanging out, bro. I'm all about the cars and coffee and hanging out in the Lexus Toyota area, but I'm kind of going to do my own thing, bro. I'm out. Peace. So Deuce must have also... Man, Deuce must be... interesting. So Deuces ran the mediums. Conserve some fuel. I'm going to stick with him to see the refuel rate and the time, how far back he is. Because this person, Deuces is on a 1-stop. Right now, as far as I know, he's the only person on a 1-stop. And he didn't take tires. That's what I thought. Save times on tires. Didn't have to go to the pits. Pit's not terribly long. The refill's not terribly long. I don't know how much time I'll claw back from that, but that's so far that's the only one-stop strategy I'm seeing right now tonight. I'm hoping for the series they make the refuel time longer. You know, that'll certainly make people choose between a one-stop or a two-stop. Yeah, Twiggy, the liveries look good. Liveries look real good. Now it's hard to see them, but the fluorescent ones look pretty great. So who was it? Was it? It's not Rick James, but Progs is now getting on Rick James. That's pretty good. Gonna see some action here. Within a half second. Let's stay with these folks. There's no real change to the top order, so let's kind of watch some battles and see how they progress. And Williams has a penalty in front of him, so no matter what, he's going to get into this fray if they don't catch him already. Races within races. So it makes it fun. That's true, Twiggy. You definitely know how to make some liveries. I need to potentially tell you to make some weird ones for me. So Rick James now has caught Williams. Extended it away from Progs, but now he's got to get the pass done. Oh, he's going for it here. A little bumpy at the door. This is a hard place to pass. Ooh, Nelly. Williams just says, you know what? I'm not trying to die today. Have fun. Yeah. This is where I start like getting distracted by things on the side of the road because I'm like waiting for like the Easter egg of a ghost just sitting in there in the woods, or Sasquatch, somewhere one of the tracks. I forget which one. But man, it's cool. It's cool lit up. You get Progs now. I'm gonna get a great view of Progs. See where he tries to make a move on Williams. Well, I wonder if Williams is on a different strat right now. If he's trying to save a little bit more fuel, trying to make it to the end on this tank. Oh, Williams goes deep. Williams just lost it. Struggling at this track, not his favorite. Williams is a strong driver, so this is not his favorite track, clearly. That's unfortunate. Again, he is second place in this series, so the further he drops back and the further out SoCal finishes, it's good for SoCal, bad for Williams. Again, it's a fun series. So that puts Sooner kind of by himself right now. Just chilling, having his race, getting a feel for it. It's a shame you can't really see much. Like, I'm sure for all of you, it's just like black in headlights and taillights. That's why they're having battles at this point. Oh, Deuce is losing it. Front left damage, light damage. So you can walk it off. Walk it off, Deuces. A little discombobulated. Probably a little frustrated because I don't think he really could afford any mistakes on the one-stop strategy. So I'm sure he's bummed. Steel City just chilling, doing my thing, hanging out. What up? Alright, we're gonna go up front. Alright, so Shred just keeps balling out. Dude clearly knows the ring. He's just like, peace. He's been peacing out. He started mid-pack, I think, so he didn't have a great qualifier, or actually couldn't finish his qualifier. So certainly ran through the field out there in the first and second laps and just kind of took it away from there. He hasn't really looked back. But Tom, so this is great. This Tom the Tech Pickle Rick kind of just battle. It's been a battle. I mean, Pickle Rick will extend a 3-second lead with the horsepower and speed that the CLK has, and then Tom the Tech claws it right back with the GTR. It's rad. It's pretty cool. But he didn't get the toe. Didn't quite get the toe. So now this is where he's got to unfortunately watch that Pickle Rick and the CLK just kind of just drive away. So went from 1.2 to, it's going to go what, 2.2, 2.3? Yeah, it hits 2.3 at the peak. Damn, I'm good. I might actually know what I'm talking about. Early pit stop from Pickle. And Tom goes right in with him. Tom with a fuel advantage. Oh, Spider gained ground. Spider's right in the pits, not too far from him. So Spider's been picking up the speed as the race goes on. Interesting, I think Tom, that's the refuel rate. We're going to see if Tom comes out ahead. Wow, so honestly a little surprised that they weren't closer together as they came out of the pits. A little surprised. Couple, what was it, 15% or so fuel benefit? But he lost time. Is that rain? Oh, Lord. I didn't know they had dynamic weather on, too. Oh, this just got real. Now, it's a huge track, right? So the rain might be in just this piece of the track and nowhere else, but there's still lap 6 this lap and lap 7. So tires just became a thing. Oh wow, they're already kind of in that window where you want to be on mediums or intermediates. Yep, they're losing front end. He lost top. Pickle Rick lost front end. Had no front braking. Oh, and Tom spins it. They're on the wrong tire for this. Speeder benefits from that. He's got the traction control on. Smart move when you get into this situation. This has just changed everything. Holy crap. Now Tom the Tech now he's got to push. Spider is all over Pickle. Oh, and he loses it a little bit too. This is intense. This is really intense. Kind of want to go from Tom's in-car. It's still just kind of hovering over that wet bar on the left. It's still hovering. Oh, good lord. Wow, good miss. We're getting lucky with the camera selection right now, and kind of never been this lucky. I think it's good anticipation of what could or might happen. Oh no, SPR loses it, goes into the kitty litter, gets out of it. Oh, this is such difficult conditions. Such difficult conditions. This is where the CLK, yeah, I was gonna say, he's gonna carry so much speed. Oh, so does Tom. They're both carrying so much more speed. Oh, Don't save it. Oh, good lord. Good lord, good save. Look, I'm not that prideful. In this kind of condition, I'd probably put the traction control on to like 3. Just so I wouldn't have an issue from accelerating. This is rough. This is rough and super frustrating. Pickle's kind of doing okay. I mean, slow is fast in this condition. That's the only way to say it. Look at Tom the Tech getting right back on as Pickle just kind of plays it safe. I mean, they're all about survival right now. They are legit all about survival. Come into the overpass. Oh, Tom the Tech slides it onto the bumper. He's in tow. We're just gonna check to see progression elsewhere and come back to that. So Spider lost 9 seconds through this process. He's trying to fight everything back. The weather seems to be improving for him. Sweaty Palm's having some problems. He's putting SoCal back towards him. SoCal's got TBS all over. Oh my god, this changed the complexity of this race so much. TBS girl going around the outside. TBS girl being back went on the intermediates. Clawed back a ton of time. While they're softs. So this would be interesting. TBS on the intermediates is gaining back time. Now it's getting back into this kind of track condition where the softs can come back to play here shortly. But with this much track, you don't know if the track on the other side is intermediates based. Yeah, TBS is just clawing time. This is a great story. Still got Pickle Rick behind the night. Oh, Tom the Tech just got passed by Spider. So Spider's now on the uprising with this weather condition, and TBS is benefiting from the intermediates. Or SoCal's benefiting from the intermediates, sorry. I was thinking it was TBS, but it's SoCal. I mean, the range has totally changed everything. But now it's coming back into the softs. I mean, that little ticker, that lower third is saying it's race tires. And as soon as it gets just a hair over it, it's intermediates. And it's like not forgiving at all. It really is that kind of a direct point, hard difference. Now the sun's coming out. What an interesting race. I'm kind of stoked for this. I'm putting my face back on because you can see how entertained I am. So SoCal with the intermediates on, a little bit of traction control, just claws some space back. Now TBS girls on the softs, and it seems like the softs came back, so now the softs are pulling away. Unreal how just the last little bit changed. Tom the Tech's still struggling. Still struggling on full throttle. Really, unfortunately, Tom the Tech was in a fighting position for second place and just fell back. And as soon as the rain came out, just totally changed his race. But Spider turned on. Spider got stronger as it got wet. On the softs. More confident in the brakes. Hopefully no jinxies. But not only did he catch Tom the Tech, he's now putting his pressure on Pickle Rick. So, I mean, bravo. And it's the weather is still in places not race soft friendly. Just a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence. Now all these folks pitted before Sir Shred, so Sir Shred is a mile ahead. Over a minute ahead. Looking pretty comfortable now. Keeps the softs on. Keeps the softs on, and you can see that bar come back down below the intermediate area. This is crazy. This is crazy. Digging it. Ooh. Alright, place your bets. We got a few viewers here. Place your bets. What do you think's going to happen? Is Pickle Rick going to keep second? Spider going to get it? Tom the Tech just going to come flying out of nowhere. Off the top rope. Clothesline them both and say it's mine. What happens? Place your bets, y'all. Should do a poll. Should do a poll. Yeah, because the Tom the Tech's already came back at Spider. What was a 9-second difference? And now it's down to a halftime, and you can see the dry line now. So there's a definitive dry line for the Gran Turismo track. I'm gonna see what pick. I think Tom the Tech wants back. He's driving pretty focused now. I think he's got a good exit. Might try to look here on the inside. Nope, not here. Not here, but does the right outside inside. Gets another good exit. I believe he probably wants, before we get on the streets of the Nürburgring, I think he wants to get around Spider. I think he knows if he kind of stays behind Spider, it might ruin his chance to kind of go after that Pickle Rick. Alright, so we're going to go back. TBS Pro on the softs. 20 seconds behind Tom. 6 seconds above Run Sweaty. So clearly just kind of pulled away. And SoCal now on the intermediates just falling off. It's a soft track now. Soft tire track. And as soon as that happened, it was a gamble. It was a gamble. It looked like it was paying off for him. He's going to come in and do he can't change tires. So he's unfortunately not going to understeer in a lot of places where those softs would have gripped up if it was still, in the dry condition. The intermediates just plow. It just drives straight when you turn the wheel. So, a little bit of a gamble for SoCal. I liked it. I definitely liked it. Good save. Good save. So another intermediate driver, so losing ground. Rick James on the racing softs. Williams, unfortunately, Williams is just not having a race. Poor Williams. Early off-track excursion puts him to the back of the pack. Then he gambles on the intermediates. So, feel bad for you, Williams. That sucks, dude. That sucks. We all have races. Shit like this happens. Alright, then we got Sooner. I feel like every time I turn my camera on, people leave. Come on, bros. I'll turn it back off. I'm getting the message. I get the message. It's all good. Deuce is all by himself. Steele all by himself. Looking good, though. All by himself, but looking good. Alright, Shred has just checked out completely. Has never looked back, just kept going away. So Tom the Tech made the move on the SPDR, and now has pulled himself within a second of Pickle Rick. So this is really the attention needs to stay, because as we kind of go back through the pack a little bit, TBS has gotten in the way. Sweaty's trying to come back at TBS, so we'll pay attention to that. But SoCal, one of the intermediates, has just given up so much position. He's kind of on his own. Same thing with the Proj, so they're on their own. Rick James probably too far back to catch, so it's kind of all the races now. Williams is also on the intermediate, so all the racing right now is going to be back in this group of second, third, and fourth. So Tom the Tech, this is a good group of folks for second. This is where we're probably going to stay the rest of the night, rest of the race. I think this is clearly where the action is. So let's take the onboard from Spider as he's kind of looking back at Tom. Oh, Pickle Rick makes a huge mistake. Oh no, he just totally did Monica from Fast and the Furious. Monica. Holy crap. Wow. Pickle Rick is holding his own in second now. We also got another battle up here. Look at this. Oh no, and Spider almost goes off. Oh. These guys are playing with fire. Playing with fire. What a great view. So now the GTRs are where they want to be, ahead of Pickle Rick, but Pickle Rick's going to have the draft coming in that long. If you're watching, what is that long straight section of the Nürburgring? I would call it the runway because it seems like it's 2 airport lengths. This is the race right here, though. This is a great battle. So you can see the difference, right? The GTRs. You can see somebody went off road over there. Oh, Spider makes another mistake. Drops a tire. So they're starting to get closer and closer to this kind of interesting section where I want to see if Pickle Rick can kind of close a gap a little bit here, what it does for him on that speedy section. I'll tell you what, Spider is fast. I know Tom's a quick driver. Spider's just closing in there. Certainly aggressive, right? Has made some almost critical mistakes dropping tire into the grass, but going for it, just going for it. That's pretty cool. Alright, Pickle Rick, a little bit further back than you want to be coming into the section. Sir Shred just finished, just crossed the finish line. These guys are in that section back there. That is just dominance. Almost a whole minute. Bravo, dude. That's crazy. Certainly a little bit of loving on the front bumper. It certainly played a little aggressive. So Tom the Tech is just trying to avoid the draft. Oh crap! It's Pickle Rick. Pickle Rick seeing him, but wishing it still was a little bit longer of a straight. So here we go in this last little bit. Spider's trying to find a way through. Tom's just trying to break it. And there you go. Tom holds on to it. Tom takes second. Pickle, unfortunately, just off the podium. He was hoping for another podium. That's a great race by these guys. 7 laps of the Nürburgring. We're all within a second and a half of each other. Well done. TBS Girl coming through these last few sections. Sweaty Palms clawed back. Great drive from Sweaty Palms to claw back. TBS Girl's gonna be happy. Top 5. Anybody running the Nürburgring should be happy with the top 5. Absolutely happy with the top 5. What a job. So Sweaty. Got Prod, SoCal coming in. Final lap. Come on, buddy. You can get across. Intermediates tried it. Oh, Rick James caught Proj. Can he do anything with it? Oh, he's trying. Oh, he's trying. That's aggressive. That's aggressive. Proj still holding it. But it holds on, and Proj holds on. Whew. Getting close here at the end. Here comes Sooner. Down the long straight, kind of all by his lonesome. Tom the Tech, I feel like I never have to change his place. Oh, and they time him out. Ain't that some crap? They completely timed him out. There's your victor, Sir Shred. Sir Shred. All right. So we'll go back to the live scene here. All right, so pretty decent race there. That was certainly some interesting. I really thought if it kept raining, it would have changed everything. And it did, right? Pickle Rick, Tom the Tech Spider came back into the game. It really did change everything. The rain absolutely created some changes to the race. I mean, let's go back and look at it. SoCal went to the IMs. Williams was coming back, went on the intermediates, then he fell off. So TBS gained from it, Sweaty Palms gained from it. And Pickle Rick, I think, was unfortunately kind of the if you had a story of the race, right? You know, Sir Shred just came in and dominated. And we'll do the podium interviews. Totally dominated. Tom the Tech is consistent as heck. I think this is the third straight second place for Tom the Tech. Spider, I think this is the first race for Spider, came in and got a podium. You know, Pickle Rick, consistent as heck. You know, fighting for the podium, and then just kind of that one mistake there at the end cost him. A great race from TBS, Sweaty Palms. You know, certainly it was a good race. It was fun. It was fun. I was kind of worried it wouldn't be fun just because it's such a big track and a field of 12. I mean, we want like 40, 50 cars here. But it might be a little bit too much to do, so good race from these folks for certain. And we can do, because I can't really save the replay, but I can let these people know there will be podium chat. Great job. First of all, great job. They did awesome. Gotta give the props. All right. That's not how you spell interesting, but we're going to keep it that way anyway. All right, so let's go to the podium. So this was the standings in the top left for you, so you can see that. But you got Sir Shred, Tom the Tech, and Spider. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here into the Discord and see if they're there. Yeah, Spider's there.
Right spot?
Yeah, you're in the right spot, buddy. You are in the right spot there, Spider.
I'm backing out, guys. All right.
All right, Spider, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Literally almost done. I just have a post interview.
It's all right, man. I know you gotta get your stuff together. That's right, Twiggy. 10-10. These dudes did it.
I know. That's why I know.
Hi, Mrs. Spider.
Yeah, no. And I have literally I have everybody working tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
That was fun.
That was fun, Spider. You had a little bit of a comeback there at the end, huh?
A little bit, yeah. I didn't make qualifying, but yeah, nice little fun battle in the beginning.
So, Spider, did it put you in the back? Did you start towards the back because there was no qualifying?
Yeah.
So you went from the back to third place?
Yeah. I mean, Pickles had kept me honest for that second half of the lap. I'll be honest, I couldn't pass him. That damn CLK is so damn big.
It's a yacht. It's a very fast yacht.
It's a very fast yacht, yeah. So, yeah, I couldn't get around him for a little bit, but since then I just tried to keep it smooth. I did push, but then I was low on fuel, so I just decided I'm gonna save it a little bit.
Yeah, there was a few different strategies tonight. There was only one person that tried to do one stop. I knew that. I think if we turned like the refuel to a slower refuel, might see some people try to do more than one stop for this race, but it is what it is. You certainly don't want to run out of gas right in the middle of this track. It's a long crawl home.
Yeah.
But you had some good battles. So you know, Spider, you had you know, Pickle made a mistake, but I think you and Tom were going at it kind of on and off.
For sure.
I was actually thinking, well, because I couldn't get around Pickles, so I was kind of backing off and trying to keep Tom in it, because I figure, Tom and Pickles can have a battle, and I kind of wanted to, so I was backing off to some of the corners to keep him in it, but and he was there, and then I don't know, I guess that last corner before the long straight, he didn't get a good run, or something, because I was keeping up with Pickles in the straightaway, and he fell off. Just started losing him in the slipstream. But yeah,
Yeah, it was interesting to see. The CLK definitely had that top end advantage, but if the GTRs were in the tow, then it just it evaporated the top speed. You guys in the GTRs were just braking so late. It was awesome.
oh yeah. Well, you know what? To be honest, like that CLK is so fast. Like only because I got a really really good exit at that last corner that I would stay with him. But it's
It's all about
really
the
tough.
exit, really. I mean, if you gotta
Yeah.
get all the grip you can. If you get a little squirrely and it checks out, you're kind of in a bad situation to say the least.
Yeah, yeah. I know. But I kind of feel for him when he went in the rain. Because
Yeah,
that
well,
car.
unfortunately, it's the podium conversations here. So I think this is the first time we haven't had him in here in the last couple of races I've done. But I'm sure there'll be some Discord comments on him kicking himself. But it was a good race. It's the green hell's the green hell.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So Tom, I don't think. Well, hey, Spider, great job. You
Thank
came
you.
in, went from last to first. That was awesome.
Yeah, I was no, the thing that was Phil, right?
I'm confused. Phil is who?
Phil
So we got
is
Spider.
Phil
Uh,
Swift. Yeah, you're just it's Speed Racer. It's just abbreviation, but you good.
ah, so I'm just gonna
It's
call you Speeder.
yeah. It was like everybody calls me either that or Yoni. You know.
Yoni.
Yeah, it was like so yeah, I mean I managed to qualify like mid pack, fifth place.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, and then I just try to keep a consistent race all throughout. There was a bunch of errors made, but knowing like this track, I'm very comfortable with this track. Last season, this is last season on not the last season, first season of Florida Racing. This was the only race I managed to win out of the amateur series. So I put in a lot of work back
Gotcha.
then with
You
the
like
same
this
car,
place.
and it was just this is my favorite track out of the whole game. So definitely kind of showed
You
the
weirdo.
battles, of course.
Nurburgring's your favorite, you weirdo.
Yeah, I know.
No,
And so it was
it's a favorite
definitely
for many.
it is. It's just incredibly challenging for sure. Whenever we got to the rain, I was definitely trying to catch Tom throughout for the most part. Uh, but yeah, it was really fun. Literally to the very end, maybe if I had a couple more corners, I could have caught him. I was literally point 0.3 uh, seconds away from him. So at the end of the line, but it was real fun battles all throughout. Can't really complain.
Yeah, it was fun for us because it was kind of like there was groups of cars fighting each other, but of course when it's for the podium spots, you kind of just want to gravitate to those battles. So,
Mm-hmm.
but heck of a
Mm-hmm.
job, have a heck of a drive.
Thanks, brother.
All right, Tom the Tech dude. I don't think for the last like 2 weeks or 3 weeks I've had to change your name from the second place podium spot.
Yeah, this is getting rough. I got to get up there.
So who was? But
One time I
before,
beat Pickles, he's not the one I have to beat.
yeah, it seems like each week there's somebody that just pops in that just goes hammer time. So was Phil
Yeah.
Sir Shred? I don't even know who Phil was.
Yeah, maybe. That's the first time I've raced with him. He
I thought I was
destroyed
talking
us.
to Spider the entire time. So did your eyes light up? Did your eyes light up because like you spun the car in the wet, and then you lost ground, and then you gained it back, and then you went off track a little bit, lost ground, then gained it back. So
Yeah, it was bad. That last like lap or two was ugly. They'd make a mistake and I'd make a mistake, then it just swap back and forth 2 or 3 times. That was stressful.
yeah, you couldn't really know what was gonna happen. Honestly, you didn't. Like, I didn't know. And once the rain, I didn't know how long it was, because I can't see radars, right? I can only just see the rain bar. And I saw you guys all in softs, and as soon as it gets above like that third, it becomes almost intermediates.
Yeah, it was rough. You could see the weather coming. It was I don't know, kind of like a cone shape pointing down, so you could see that it wasn't going to last forever, but there was some heavy throughout. So it was a big blue blob with some yellow in there. So you kind of knew the next lap or so was going to be rough, but you could tell it was going to dry out right after. So I'd be surprised if anyone actually went to weather tires.
People did go to
Maybe
intermediates,
someone.
and it was interesting
Okay.
because I couldn't see the radar. It looked like for about a half lap it was the right choice, and then all of a sudden it just went back to softs, and they checked, and all the softs people just checked out. So you watch people that were on the intermediates come back into the fight, and then it was all of a sudden it went the wrong way. You know, it was, but I couldn't. You know, I'm just kind of watching what happens as it progresses, which kind of makes it interesting for the stream that we can't see that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You're just kind of, we're all kind of surprised together.
Call, but it worked out.
No, you did a great job though. I mean, it's a difficult place to race, so anytime you get a podium at this track, you're just like, you should be stoked. Anytime you get a top 5, anytime you don't rage quit, even, I'd say is a moral win.
Yeah, I'm sure some people wanted to do that.
So what do we have for next week? Give us the intro for next week.
Next week it is the Group 1 cars at SARS.
Is it with chicanes or no?
Yes, I believe so.
Another long track where Fuel could play some crazy games with people's minds.
Yeah, I think it's like 15 laps or something like that.
15?
Yeah, something like that. It's got quite a bit.
Yeah, you guys are trying to do hour-long races, so yeah, that'd make about sense with a Group 1 car.
Yeah, well, that should be a fun one. I like that one.
Yeah, I didn't actually. I should have had that prepared. I didn't have enough time to put the next race up as a visual, but.
I just happened to be in the lobby, and it looks like they just pulled it up for people to run on, so I didn't really have to look it up.
Yeah, here we are. I could go back to the live stream and show where you guys are at, but I don't want to give away too many secrets. But yeah, so there we go. We got the Group 1 cars next week. How you feeling about that race?
I like that Porsche there, but I mean, anytime I'm going up against those A+ guys, I'm expecting to finish behind them, but I like to try to keep up or put pressure on. It was fun sticking on Pickle's bumper today, but man, he was steady for like 6 3/4 of a lap. But it was a good one.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. So any Group 1 car, still the same tire wear and fuel wear too. So you guys can really, I mean, I think any Group 1 car means Vision cars too, right?
No, I think it's no VGT. They have that on there noted.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll have to add the no VGT for next week.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. That's another second. That's gonna help you in points. Williams was down there closer to like that. I don't know if I can see it from the prior results. No, I can't go see it. I should probably screenshot that stuff.
One I have a shot at even getting. I think Pickles is way too far gone.
Pickles is pretty out there. I think he's gonna lock this thing up, and that's just basically consistency and being the early races. You know, just being at every event. Yeah. So the battle is, you know, SoCal U and Williams between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as we go into the last 2 races, the Group 1 car, and then what is the last one? Spa and F1 cars.
Super Formula, yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one too.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see you guys who doesn't drill somebody in the back. Invitational
once earlier, and I did horrible the first until they got into like the real race cars. And that's where it got real fun. So I'm excited for these next couple of races.
Yeah, I like the progression of it. I think it's fun to kind of come out, especially like a weeknight. Like a weeknight, just come out and just have some fun, let loose, do a little bit of practice, and then just go for it. It's cool. I like what they're doing.
Still haunt my dreams though.
Right, race cars, Group 3 is my heart. So, all right, Tom, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to wrap it up, close the stream, go let this puppy out one more time. There's a puppy on stream tonight, by the way. It was puppy vision.
or the den.
Yeah. Anything to make it a little bit more interesting for everybody. All right, man. Have a good night. See you, bud. All right, so round 9 next week, Group 1 Sarth tonight was a pretty fun race. I wasn't expecting. You don't really know what to expect when you go into these things, and it's the longer races with the faster cars. But so the progression continues. Congrats to Shred. I don't think we had him in there unless that was Phil, and I was totally talking to the wrong dude. This is why the Discord names it's nice when the Discord names match the your PlayStation username or your race name everywhere else. So we'll see if Phil was Sir Shred for next week and if he's showing up for next week. But there's your podium. There's your winners. Spider coming back from the mid pack. Tom was kind of up there starting in the front, kind of kept his front position, and I think Sir Shred was kind of mid pack too. Or Spider came from the back. So great race from these folks. Always fun, So we'll see you guys next week for the FOR Invitational Series round. That's not round 6. So it'll be round 9 over there for the Sarth and the Group 1 cars. So thanks for coming in. Remember, mental health. Twiggy, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. WRX, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it, y'all. And we'll see you next week. And I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what happens. Talk to you soon.